Right. Gonna do some playing here. We gotta get this chest tonight at least. So let's do that. We'll get the clock up. We'll start that. Get our hotkey. There we go. This guy's a little on the snug side down here. I think Ace King is still gonna be a 4-bet though. From these positions anyway. Not gonna be happy about getting it in, but we will 4-bet. Flop will go at the 1/4 pot size. Turn, now it's kind of a way ahead, way behind situation. Like he either has pocket nines, ace, queen, or a hand like king, queen, jacks that we're way ahead of. So I think ace, king will sometimes check turn here. We'll do it this time. The only problem we're going to run into is when he jams river himself, does he ever have a hand we beat? That's the question. Now against the block, I mean, I just don't see. Yeah, I'm going to call. So that's, So I guess check-in turn actually got us that river bet. I think he would have just folded turn had we bet there. So worked out that time. Down here we'll squeeze. We're done that for the day. Called in both spots here in the squeeze hand, I think. I mean, yeah. We're going to check. Not much more to it than that, really. We'll see what happens. Meanwhile, over here we got this. We're going to check call flop. Over here they're getting it in. King 9 against pocket 4s. So it took exactly 2 minutes, 3 minutes to see our first set in a 3-bet pot. It took 3 minutes. That's pretty good. King 9 just gets it in with top pair. That's ridiculous. I'll reiterate the 1 BB win rate in these games. So just for those interested, I'll reiterate that until the cows come home. But we don't care. We'll take the 1 BB. We're just going to have to put in a lot of hours to get where we want to be. That's the only thing. There's no other way around it. It can be done at that win rate. So we just have to be here to do it. That's all. Honestly, I'm going to call down here, but versus 3x open, it's not as attractive, obviously. Here we face a donk lead. Do we want to raise? Probably not. With Jack Queen. Not going to fold at any point in this hand, but I don't think we want to raise there. And on this turn, we'll just put it in. If he has a better queen, he's going to win the pot. There's not too much more to it than that. He has a worse queen. And here, do we block or do we bet big? Let's do this. We can do whatever we want, really. So Another potential squeeze spot here. That we'll take. Get called, clearly. This one, no hearts. I'm just gonna go small on flop. We could even check, I think, but we'll go small this time. With this stacked pot ratio, maybe we could have went half pot, but get the heart turn, and we can bet small again, or we can check. I expect this to be fairly pocket pair heavy, in all honesty, so let's go small. I don't think said pocket pairs are going to do any raising at all, even like pocket sevens with a heart or whatever. I don't anticipate getting raised by hands like that. I kind of expect them to call or fold, mostly. So if we do face a raise, this will be a very easy fold. We'll have some 10x, we'll have pocket kings, we'll have the king with a heart blocker as well. This is going to be way down in the range. Yep. Do get a fold. Over here we have this. Alright, no bluff on river. I'll be curious to see what he had there. Ace king, so that makes sense. No bluff. I'm not sure if I should be leading turn there with a 5 or not. Like block or something, I don't know. Not sure. Yeah. I'm slightly worried about I'm slightly worried about the balance of that king queen spot. Like, am I gonna have, but I mean, I know I'm gonna have, it doesn't matter, but it bothers me to like, what sizes am I gonna use there? Do I have a big size, or it's just always small? I'm probably always going small with range. Whatever I bet, I'm probably going small. Personally, if that's not GTO, then so be it. But maybe I'm supposed to have a couple of sizes there. Maybe like a 3/4 and a small or something. Over here with sixes, we got this spot a bit deeper. We're gonna call here. And we get a set in a 3-bet pot. So yeah, we can face a check naturally. Naturally. Gonna go for the small bet. Try to avoid club rivers, I guess. Well, that's not a club river, but it's, I mean, he shouldn't have much 7x. I guess he could have pocket sevens. 6-7 we block. Block river again. Someday we'll flop a set when someone has an overpair. It'll happen. So that guy looks to be playing relatively straightforward so far. I've seen a couple of pots where doesn't look like he's doing anything too goofy or crazy or anything. Obviously going to fold to a 4-bet up here. We don't see the 4-bet though. King, queen down here, we could probably squeeze if we want to. We don't have to though, I don't think. I think we will though on this roll. Probably should have 3-bet this jack queen over here. So down here we got the original razor to fold. This guy overcalls. And we flop top 2. Alright. To that I say we'll do this. I'm gonna... What am I gonna do up here? I mean, I feel like he's mostly got ace high. I'm gonna block river. Yeah, it's just not gonna have much there. Given the way that played out. Over here we do river this. We'll go for the bet. And he had king jack. Surprise, surprise. The nit had a pair when he called. Or a river top pair, rather. Down here with ace king, we are going to 3-bet this. What size should we use? Certainly smaller than like a usual size, but yeah, we'll go somewhere around 9 blinds, I guess. And we'll go 3rd pot on flop. With the stacked pot ratio, half pot is we just don't want to have to bet fold for half pot, I don't think. Not gonna bluff him. He can have this one. And I'll just check turn with a bunch of hands like aces and stuff as well. I do that a lot. Can do. Ace 10 suited. Another like weird large open. We'll go half pot on this board, I think, with this hand this time. 5 pairs. Again, we're not really in the market for trying to bluff these guys. Like, I don't want to try and make him fold something like pocket 7s here. Maybe he folds something like ace jack, ace queen, ace king. I don't know. But not going to be doing it this time. Sucks to have to play that way, but, you know, to just always be in the passive mode where, you know, you're kind of just giving them credit all the time, basically. But that one, I mean, he could potentially check call flop with just some overcards there, but we did half pot it, so I don't know. Not that worried, to be honest. We're going to take our 1 BB and relish in the fact that we're getting it. Down here we got trips, though. Not only trips, but the top trips with a club blocker. So even a club river is not the end of the world, or it shouldn't be, when his main combo of clubs is ace-x of clubs. So I don't know what the hell this is, but we're going to be raising. What size should we raise to? I'm going to go a size that an ace might call. And up here, we're just going to go 3 streets and hope for the best. This is usually where you get podonked, though. And down here, we have top set, which we'll check. A lot more draws come in now. All the queen 10s now have draws. 9, 10, jack X. I'm just going to go big. Queen 10 gets there. Ace X of spades is probably going to bet the flop sometimes, but there's ace jack and not much else really. So I'm going to go with like a middling size here. Try and get called by a jack if he can have one. But if I'm not getting called by a jack, then I think I should just go big. But up here we have this. We're going to start with small, I suppose. Okay. So what is that? Do we just rip it here? Kind of feel like we should just shove. Down here. A call this time. Up here we're going to 4-bet. Down here we get this. Kind of, I think against this sort of size, we're just going to raise, call it off. I don't see what else we can do. Take our flip in equity and then have him fold ace queen, hopefully. Ace king sometimes, if we could have those hands. We do get a fold, so that's just wonderful. I mean, that's the hope, is that you just get a fold there. Obviously, we don't have a made hand. We've got a draw, so king 4 we'll call down here. So this is the pot we just played with this guy. Or this is the player we just played that pot with where we raised the flop. He's already relatively active, but the fact that we have played that flop against him is going to make me more likely to get this in. So, you know, we'll shove. Yep, not surprised. We kind of called that one a little bit. Again, I'll reiterate the one big blind. Ace queen off, we'll call this time. A7 suited. I'm going to check here. Get a pot size bet down here. This is kind of disturbing a little bit. I think that's all this guy does is just pot it. So just from record, just from the memory of playing with him. And we can just fold turn. We can just fold turn pretty happily. The only problem I have is like you could just pot jack queen. That makes this not as attractive of a call on flop. Jet river. And we're still folding river. Yeah, see, that's exactly what I'm worried about, is that he's just going to pot better jack X. Yeah. So, I still don't think we fold a pair on the flop there. Not that pair, anyway. I'm going to block the 10 up here. Over here, we see bet small. We're going to check now. Down here, we're going to play another one of these pots where the whole fucking table calls. 3-bet scenario. Get an A sideboard. Not ideal. Not even close to ideal. I would say the opposite of ideal. And we're done with this hand. 15 ways to the flop. There's nothing we're going to do. Queen of diamonds would have been better. But we're still done with this one. We're just going to fold to any action. Now we even lose to something like King Jack, which is, or, you know, Jack 10 or whatever. I'm going to have some weak aces here. I'm going to have something like Ace 10 suited or Ace 5 suited sometimes too. And we'll just try and get the showdown, I suppose. We get the showdown and win somehow. Okay. They have about the guy at 8s, 5s, and 6, 7 suited. So this overcall of the 3-bet business is pretty, it's kind of what you know, sort of what we thought the whole time. It's kind of pocket pair heavy, a little heavy on the pocket pairs. Can't fold down here for this price, and we turn an ace up here after we bet flop. We'll bet turn. Obviously not folding. Not with the redraw. I think honestly we can just put this in now. I'm going to fold up here. Just don't think this is going to bode well for us. Down here, I mean, yeah, we're just going to put it in. Over here, I'm not sure if we should go with Ace Jack offsuit or not for 35 blinds. I'm not going, am I? Yeah, I'm not going to, not against a cold 4-bet. So this dude's repping pocket 8s, I guess, or Queen Jack. I'm sure he's going to have it because there's no way, like, there's no way he's bluffing into that many people and then betting this river. It's just not happening. Forget about that. Not happening. And we'll 3-bet down here. Gets through. That gets through. Alright, everything got through there. Against the tighter guy, we're just going to open smaller. Just going to. Against the tight guys. He's not that crazy tight, but pretty much anybody who's 3-betting less than 8%, I tend to label nitty. But, I mean, the nits come in more shapes and sizes than that. There's... What the hell is this? It's actually probably not a bad play, but I think with this hand we're going to be raising. I have Ace 4 suited as well, so a call over here with the King Queen suited and probably get stacked in this 4-bet pot. This dude's looking pretty reasonably active, so. And unfortunately, post flop, this hand will just never be a. Oh, he checks. Oh my. I'm going to check as well. The only bad card here is an ace. That's the only bad card. So, to protect some of my, like, I don't know, weaker hands, I guess. Like, maybe I'll have pocket 8s here or something sometimes. 9s. Or something like that. Down here, we're going to go the 3 streets, though. And over here, we're going to call and just not fold river. Be very unfortunate if he has something like Ace 3 suited, but, you know, those are the breaks sometimes. Now, can I shove? That's the next question. Or can I bet? I mean, is he really checking ace, king, or aces on this board? I mean, I have no idea. actually. We block queens. Queens. Okay, so we got to bet against him. He's just... Yeah, weird hand. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know how wide he is. Like, I don't know. Like, what am I value betting against? Jacks, 10s? Do people even 4-bet those? Like, always. Like, what am I value betting against? I block queens. I guess we could have jacks, 10s. People do play ace-king weirdly, though. And aces sometimes. That's what I was worried about. But, oh, I think that's an easy bet that I've missed there. I'm just so fucking scared because of all the past running into it. Over here we're gonna bet. This is a 3-bet pot. We do get a fold, alright. Like, I feel like I'm just crushing these people just with the way the, like, understanding of the game. I feel like we're doing really well against them. Other than maybe that king-queen hand where you can't really put them on a range, so it's like, I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and check 7s this time. Check it down, check again. We have the nuts over here though. Can I bet 7s? 6s? I think I can here, actually. I mean, he should be betting 10s himself. He should bet 8s or 9s himself sometimes. Like pocket 8s and 9s. He shouldn't have that much 8x anyway. Let me get raised. Okay. What the hell? Didn't expect that. Did not expect that. I'm gonna fold. Because I don't think... Yeah, I'm just gonna fold. He's probably got... I mean, we're targeting like ace high and pocket 6s and 5s and stuff like that, so it's fine. I'm gonna call here with 5s a bit deeper with this guy. Not that the deep stack really means that much. I basically just want to play with the fish to a min raise is what I'm getting at. I think that's alright that 7s just bet fold to a raise. I didn't expect the raise, but I don't think we're gonna get bluffed enough to worry too much about that spot really. So as far as his value range, I mean obviously he can have a king. But he could also have pocket 8s, pocket 9s that was kind of hoping I bet, going for the check raise. Ace 8, no diamond. I'm just going to pure check when I have no diamond on this board. And bet when I have a diamond, I think. So, down here, though, this dude's short. He's got no dollars. A bit small. I think up here we're going to call and fold that river pretty happily. Down here we have the nizzles. Up here I'm not going to call with ace high. Down here I'm going to check. Which is what I would probably do with aces, which is what I would probably do with pocket queens, which is what I would probably do with king queen. And the check gets us paid off this time. Ace jack goes for the rippage. And ends up rip to himself. Rip, R.I.P. He laid those chips to rest in a very respectable manner. I've had 2 pair in a 3-bet pot twice now. King, queen. It's nice to make a few heads these 3-bet pots sometimes. Yep. So this guy, how do you adjust this guy here? I think with this stack depth, I'm just going to fold Jack 9. Would be a hand I 3-bet sometimes, but I think, is this even a defend multi-way over here? I don't think it might not be. Once a small blind gets involved. I don't know. We do turn the trips though. We'll go for small bet. Over here, we have this. And what do we want to do with it? Do we ever want to check raise? Not against that size. Too big. Jack queen down here. Do I ever want to bet this? Probably could, honestly, against these fish. Turn a jack. We'll go half pot on turn. River 4 straight. I think we want to check and maybe let the fish bluff. Because it's possible he still has who knows what. He had ace queen, so that qualifies as who knows what. I don't know. Maybe that's a spot where he... I don't know if he bluffs the river, honestly. I don't know. Fish are random, so... King 10 here, multi-way. We're going to check. This turn, we'll go for the... With the 10 blocker, we'll go a little bigger. Why not? Why not? Don't think this guy's going to do much bluffing, so... Get called by some like queen 10 type stuff, maybe. Hearts, spades, a hand like 8-9, 8-5, pocket 9s, pocket 5s, ace-5, ace-9. All these things, all these hands. All these potential combos. Ace queen over here. We flop this. And I think we could probably just bet this if we wanted to against a fish. I think I will. Instead of trying to play the bluff catch game, we'll just bet. We get called by a lot of worse hands here. Every worse queen, all the jack X, all the flush draws. Even just some like ace high floats that have a gut shot. So, but I think that hand probably theoretically checks a lot. Got a royal draw against this guy again. Against this guy again. Turn the 10. It's kind of interesting. I'm going to check. It's exactly the kind of hand we don't want to get blown off of. And there is the royal. Royal flush. Table 4. And I think on river we... I'm going to do that. Maybe that's bad, but I want to try and get called by something besides just a king. Like we want to get called by what he had, for example. He had Jack 10 offsuit. Oh, the replayer is not there for some reason, but trust me, he had Jack 10 offsuit. I gotta set the replayer, that's why. There, and it is Hydra. Make this big and I'll be able to see what the hell's going on here. There it is. There. So there it is. He had Jack 10 offsuit. Probably not good on any other than the flop peel, I guess. Once you get there, you're gonna flop. You're gonna peel flop. You probably should have bluffed with that on turn, I think. Turn 10. Turn the 10. It's probably got very minimal showdown value. Would be a decent hand to bluff with, I think. Blocking Jack Queen suited. Blocking some of the two pairs. And we got this. This is fucking just not fun at all. I hate this spot. Wish this spot didn't exist. This one really... I don't like this one at all. Yeah, don't like this. At all. Not even a little bit. But it is a flip, so... Running it one time, unfortunately. We cannot get there. Nothing you can do about any of these spots. You just have to take them. I just wish they didn't exist because that's where the variance, most of the variance comes from. I mean, every stack we've lost today has been an all-in pre-flop. We're batting 0 on them so far, I think. Maybe one we got in one, but we lost both flips. One we ran twice and lost them both. Now this one we ran once and lost that as well. 0 EV spot though. Could play it the same in reverse. I'm just going to bet this ace jack here into two people. With the ace of hearts. That's bad turn. We'll check now. Probably can't fold getting this price, even though we do have a probably a 3-outer. Who knows what implied odds we have on it though. Never going to happen. Not in this lifetime. So he will get queens in from that position. That's good to know. Got him labeled a bit nitty, but nits, I don't think. I think nits mostly call that 4-bet, to be honest. Like the total nits, mostly just call. We roll a 1 here with 7s, but I'm not going to call against this guy. He's not even close to 3-betting a normal amount, normal frequency. Another one of these spots where, yeah, just not really loving it, but we'll go ahead and 4-bet. Should have went bigger. We're a little deeper. Should have went bigger. Here I'm going to overbet turn with ace-9 like that. Right, how much more do we got on this chest? Oh, not much. Only, oh, actually, 300. Yeah, we got a ways. We got a bit to go, actually. Ace 9 off. We can fold down there against that guy. That guy is clearly like, look at his stats: 22, 18, 10. He looks like this guy looks like you know, you'd say, kind of a solidish looking reg. But you start to look at his fold to 3-bet's only 21 and everything. His fold to 4-bet 0 so far. He's clearly got some issues because he had Jack 10 offsuit in that hand on the button, so he's calling 3-bets too wide. We know that. So it would pay against him to go even more depolarized, I suppose. I don't know if ace deuce ever 3-bets in the big blind, but we'll 3-bet it this time on a 7 roll. Surely it can't be that bad. Don't call me Shirley. So we're going to embrace the 1 big blind win rate. We've decided that's what we're going to do. It's going to take a fuck ton of hours of doing this, playing this game with these people every day, all day, most of the day, all day and part of the evening, but that's what has to be done, so we're going to do it. And not going to worry about the win rate side of things. We're going to be basically anything above 0 is going to be perfectly acceptable. Pretty much. So unfortunately, we do get this spot where we've 3-bet ace king and got 6, 8, 10 board again. I mean, I'm just going to check. I don't know. This one in particular is slightly worse because this is good for some of his Broadway hands as well as like Jack Queen's not going to fold now. Whereas if this were 6, 7, 8, maybe Jack Queen folds. I don't know. So, and up here we're just going to try and show this down. I'm going to fold to a river bet, I think. Don't have to call with Jack 4 there. But I mean, there's nothing really you can do if you 3-bet. I mean, I've lost a fortune with ace king in the last little while. So, or have I? Maybe I haven't. I don't know. Feels like I have, but maybe I haven't. I'm gonna look right now. Filter. Probably shouldn't do this while you play, but it's fine. Filter by hole cards. Ace king. Apply. I don't know why this button's not working, but anyway. Oh, we get raised over here. Min clicked. Pretty grotesque turn, I must say. Another one of these where we just flop absolutely nothing. We'll do that though. Over here. Not ready to fold just yet, I don't think. Even though that turn card is pretty horrific. I mean, I have a lot of better hands to go. Okay, we'll fold now. Yeah, we're losing. We're definitely losing with ace king this month. At 25-0, we've lost. I guess we haven't lost that much. Only. Well, we haven't even lost a buy-in. We've lost a couple buy-ins at 50 with ace king though. Is that correct? Yeah, that is correct. So we're not doing as badly with ace king as I thought. Other than the part where below EV significantly with it. But other than that, we're not losing as badly as I thought. That's good to know, I guess. Down here we got this. It's mostly the runoffs and stuff that's been the big issue. Like that ace queen spot, you just get nut low, nut low. Yeah, let's just bet normal, I suppose. Like I was talking about runoffs, this particular river is pretty bad. Can't have 8-9 of diamonds, which sucks. I do think with the 10 of clubs, though, we'll go ahead and bet. He's the type of player who could even have jacks here pre-flop with his low 3-bet, so... We do get raised. We'll fold. There's nothing you can do about these things that are happening. Nothing you can do. You're not, you're not going to do well under these circumstances. I don't care how good you are. Doesn't matter how good or bad you are. All the runoffs come this way. You're surprised we win it all. Flop nothing again in a 3-bet pot. I guess we did have a couple where we flopped something earlier, so I shouldn't be greedy. I'm gonna go small bet and just see what happens. Turn the king. We do lose the king queen. I think we bet again. I think that 9-10 was all right. I don't think that's too thin. I mean, just because the flush comes in. I mean, it was bad because I guess Jack Queen of like diamonds got there as well, but having the 9 of clubs, I mean, it doesn't negate many of his flushes, but there's a few that we block, and there's just a lot of, could be a lot of 1-pair hands, maybe some 2-pair hands, and even jacks, like I said, possibly from that player. So flop nothing again with ace king. All right. And we'll bet again with the overcards and the gutter. I think on river this might be a spot where we want to do this against the fish. I don't know. Down here against this guy, we're going to go with something like that. Do we win up here with king high? I don't think so. Did we? Chopped it. Okay. Turns to 7. It's not that alarming, really. Not that alarming, really. 9 river. Yeah, I think we just put it in. He could have 8-9. He could have something like Jack Jack 9 of diamonds. He could have other 9x of diamonds. We do block ace 9 of diamonds, but he can still have the other ones. So he could have deuce 3. It doesn't fold also. Let's... Don't bluff that guy, whatever you do. King queen suited. Yes. Wouldn't mind this pot being heads up with the fish. I think over here we do 3-bet this sometimes. 3-bet call and fold. I think it does everything. We'll 3-bet. We get that flop. Down here we get this one. I'm just going to go with a small bet. Down here, up here, I'm going to check. A relatively tight looking guy, tight-ish. He folds to a lot of 3-bets, but turn. Turn, let's do this. I don't really know. Not sure about this, in all honesty, but I mean, he's still got 9s, he's still got 6s, he's still got hands like 8, 9 suited probably, 6, 7 suited as well. We'll do this. He will occasionally have Jack Queen suited, or he shouldn't have the offsuit ones though, this guy, so. Not as concerned about. I guess he could have ace jack, but down here we 4-bet this guy this time. Yeah, we'll go small up here, multi-way. Get a very quick, kind of quick call here. That would be indicative of not the strongest hand, typically, I would say, but we'll bet again. And it was not the strongest hand. As it would indicate. Kind of you get what's on the tin with that spot usually. The set usually has to think for a second whether or not they just don't, usually they just don't snap call with sets. Flush draw over here. What do we want to do with it? I guess we'll let the roll decide. We will have ace-6 and pocket 6s, so I'll have both those. He goes with the large size. Alright, we'll check call this time on a 91. We do turn said flush. Face another bet. A pretty clean runoff this time, probably because he has a flush himself. It's usually when they run off clean is when the other guy has it. But I mean, that's bizarre. I'm gonna raise fold river. Raise fold incoming. He doesn't know that though. I could be raise calling here, for all he knows. And what did he have? He had ace king with the king of diamonds, so can't really blame him necessarily, but kudos to him for actually value betting that. I don't think his bet size was a bit fucked, but at least he did bet it. I mean, 99% of players in this pool are gonna snap check that back. He at least I mean, he had the the best combo you could have for doing that, but I'm gonna bet again down here with ace king. Not like we're getting blown off that much equity if we face a jam. So he called river there with the ace king with the king of diamonds, probably partially due to his bet size choice. Choosing the 1/3 small bet on river, he thinks he might induce something, perhaps. It's weird because he has a calling range out of the small blind as well, which is pretty weird. I don't want to give him too much credit just yet. We get check raised. Alright. I think the problem with that spot is a lot of his check raise range has me in big trouble. Like king 10 of diamonds, king queen of diamonds, stuff like that. And in reality, it's probably just pocket nines when he check raises there, so. In reality. Up here we got open-ended straight flush draw with bets. We do not turn set draw. Ace is not ideal. We'll go for the overbet though. If we're gonna bet, I think it's an overbet size, I think, but I could be wrong. And we break completely. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to make him fold here. I'm gonna check. Ace king, he's just not gonna fold that type of hand. Over here, we do block ace 10 of clubs. That's about it, really. That is about it, really. We'll have pot turn, though. Put some pressure on those pocket pairs. Jack of spades, river. So, yeah, I think we're going to jam here. Four, five suited. Okay. Didn't see that one coming. 4, 5 suited just turns the straight, huh? Don't know about my play there, honestly, but he doesn't have many flushes in this spot. He'd have 8x of spades, king, queen of spades, and that's it, basically. That's it. Couple combos, 8, 9, 7, 8. And that's about it. Down here, we get this move. I think I'm just going to fold ace king to that move. That's, yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have bluffed there. I don't know. It just didn't have that many flushes. Ace Jack, I guess you could have. That probably isn't going to fold. Ace Queen, I don't know. You've got no decision though when you have the hands like that. Like I say, if I just wait around for perfect combos, I'm never going to bluff. But I'll have King Queen there with a spade. That would be better, I guess. So down here we 3-bet. We're going to bet small. Up here we got this. We're going to go half pot. We get a fold, unfortunately. Turn the queen, we'll bet again. Go half pot. Maybe we should have went bigger. I don't know. Queen of clubs, river. We're gonna have to give up. Someone let me in on the secret to making these hands in these 3-bet pots. That would be nice. I mean, obviously the charts can't be right because these hands are never opens, and I know some of these guys are. I don't know. Shouldn't bluff with King 10 of clubs maybe, but I think King Queen would have been better. Give up on river, but just not many flushes. That's why I bluffed. Kind of think it's a spot where maybe you'll get some overfolding happen. It's one of those spots that's just tough when you don't have a flush to call, or 2-pair, or straight. uh, it's just a little annoying. That's all. A little bit annoying. Trips, nice. Pocket nines against this guy. Guess we're gonna call a 69 roll, but we could 4-bet. No, that's a good flop. Okay. Not gonna bluff 7 high down here. You're just gonna get no folds. He's gonna have ace high a bunch. Pocket nines will check. Check again. Check 3 times. Hope he has pocket eights, I guess. But it's going to be something like probably king queen, I would guess, or maybe ace 4 suited, something like that. We're out of there. Here with pocket tens, we will bet again. I mean, this could be a spot where he has jacks, but what are we targeting here? 7s and 8s specifically? This might be too thin, actually. But he should have some 9x as well. He should have some stuff like ace, 9 of spades, diamonds, and hearts also. He had 7s. Alright. Over here with ace 10, we'll go, I guess, small. Small or half pot? We'll go half pot. Why not? We gotta fold this time. I'm gonna just call with the deeper stacks down here. This hand. Check, check. And bet into 2 people. Small. This dude's got weird stats as well. It's 29-15. 29-15. He's bet into 2 people here. I'm gonna check raise when we have the backdoor flush draw. So we'll go with that size. A bit deeper. The weird stats indicate to me that he might. That's just a hands over now. Doesn't matter. I won't go through the spiel of what I was thinking there. Just give up. Run like fucking dog shit for life on the Poker Stars. The runoffs are just not very favorable. There's nothing I can do about it. Where are those fucking turns when I have good hands? Where are they? They should be here somewhere. I don't see them anywhere. Half pot jacks on flop. Half pot on turn, I think. Go half and half. And we will check the river. Here's pocket 8s. I mean, it's not like they're not willing to put some money in with worse hands. It's just they don't make very many worse hands. That's the thing. Like, that should be happening fucking constantly. With them calling with every pair instead of flopping sets. That's exactly what should happen most of the time. It should be pocket 8s, pocket 9s, pocket 4s, whatever the fuck else they have. They should struggle to, yeah. I mean, they just don't even think about not folding there. It's on the turn. There's no, there is no fold there. I'm gonna go with the larger check raise here. With 7s over here. Get a fold. Flop another set, multi-way this time. Go for the small bet. I mean, we're obviously against 2 fish, or at least 1 fish, but probably 2. Because this guy's called out of the small blind. And he's probably just got ace queen here. If he has pocket queens, I'm going to be very disappointed, but probably just ace queen. No king turn. Oh, I meant no ace. That's the... This is just absolutely not reality. It cannot be. I mean, I didn't even consider the ace coming. Didn't even consider it. What does he have? Uh, Ace King? Could it be Ace King? I'm gonna bet fold and say he might have Ace King, but probably not. It's probably gonna be Ace Queen or Ace 8, the one last combo. Okay. We're all in with Ace King. He has aces. Oh, that's too much. It's too much. Christ, look at his stats, man. We did get the chop. I guess we run like Jesus, I suppose. The other guy had Jack 10. He actually had a flush on the river there. So, I almost didn't bet. He had Jack 10 of hearts that check raised. I mean, he reps not that many hands on flop, I don't think. Calling with 10s up here a little deeper. Oh man, that turn, the ace turn. I guess it's better than like a king. So I did actually call the... I did call the right card that time. No king. King would have been disaster. But just running into the fucking pre-flop nut. Just running into it. Brutal. Luckily we didn't get stacked that time. Ace king suited into kings. Or aces rather. Man. Pre-flop all-ins are not going our way. Today. This morning. Alright, let's pause again. Pause again. Sit out. Maybe that bluff. I don't know about that king 10 bluff. That's pretty suspect, I think. King 8. I mean, yeah. I guess we're gonna bluff. I don't know. Once we're playing the board, it seems like we should bluff, but Right. More hands, I suppose. Not too many more, though, because I'm going to try and get on my reasonable schedule today, or at least work into it by... it has to be in line by... has to be in line by Saturday night, starting Sunday, so... we got a few days to sort of line it up, I suppose. We'll squeeze here with the king queen suited. It jammed on. It's unfortunate. Yeah, we got $7.50 to go, or $7 and yeah, being over about 40 minutes probably, I would say, to get this chest. Another pre-flop spot here. We flop nothing. We'll go with a small bet though. And we do get a fold over here. We missed our open-ender. Open-ended with ace high. We checked the flop this time. I mean, I'm going to have plenty of 9x to bet that isn't ace high. So, yeah, I'm going to fold. I'm going to fold. Squeeze over here. The ace 10 of diamonds out of the small blind. Get 4-bet again. We fold. Nice to have it in one of these spots where you get 4-bet. It just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. Oddly enough, it just doesn't happen. Here we do have a set though. Obviously, we get no bet. Obviously, I mean, how else would this spot go? I mean, it's the way it is. It's the way it is every single session. It's the way it is. You know, you split this down into the good hands where I get paid off. It is so extremely, 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 extremely rare. It's amazing how rare it is. It's almost to the point where, like, it's just not happening. Just about to the point of not happening. In comparison to the other side. I mean, we did make a set full house against a flush, but that runoff is like the one of the few where you can't play for stacks. So that's unfortunate. However, we do have this, and we do block ace 5 of diamonds, so I guess that's good. We'll have pot. I mean, if he has any pocket pair, he's going to peel flop. Any ace high, he's going to peel flop. Any queen, he's going to peel flop. We haven't had overpair versus set yet against us, have we? I don't think so. I'll go big. We'll go big. Down here we're getting the overcall. Not gonna bet with the shorty involved. Guy folded where we had the kings there. I mean, this, I was gonna say, this could lead to a spot where you get a free card on river, but no. How can you have bluffs here? You just can't with this guy involved. Maybe just like ace jack of clubs or something. That would be it. Something he was willing to bet call on turn. Pocket tens lead into two people, man. And somehow win still. Oh, man, it's gonna be a rough week next week. There's this much variance in a game where they're this soft. I don't know what can happen to people at higher stakes. I don't know what can happen. This guy's playing 200 and 500 and whatnot. I mean, they must just go on stretches where they never win. They just have to. Yeah. They just have to. Check call flop. Fold turn. Even though we do have the prime bluff catcher of blocking ace king, blocking ace queen, all these things. Still not gonna do it. I mean, he's 1914. What am I, you know? What with the sample I've got? What are you supposed to do? Kind of unfavorable turn. I'm just gonna keep holding to him. Not even gonna call with the hand that's supposed to call. Just not gonna do it. King queen. Yeah. We'll just raise quite big. Get the snap call. If he double leads, we're gonna raise again. Yeah. Raise again on the double flush draw turn. Quite big. Over here against Robert Moog. He goes for an overbet on the river. I guess my best bluff would be like 7-8 or something, but I probably block river with that. And we'll go for the bloof against Robert Moog. A little bit fancy, but we'll do it. Down here we block river with King Jack this time. Not. I mean, a lot of his hearts just bet the flop, so I think I'm okay with that. This guy here has 7-6 offsuit somehow. Min 3-bet down here. We're not going to fold any 2 cards for that sort of maneuver. This dude looks like he could just be doing it with anything also. So call. I want to avoid like king turns, ace turns. 8. Alright. The 8 is weird in the sense that it might slow him down a bit, so he might not run into as many bluffs, but we're not going to be folding this turn. Try not to run into king queen would be nice. Quads, alright. Min 3-bet flop sets. It's just the fucking easiest. It's just the not only flop the set, but flop the set against top pair that turns into a straight by the river. Man, it's just fucking unreal. Like it's just, oh, it's just too consistent. I'm telling you, it's too consistent. But I can't think of it that way. I got to think about the one big blind I'm gonna get and how much fun it's gonna be. Eventually, the day I get to burn my fucking Stars account. How much fun that's gonna be. It's gonna be epic. Probably gonna get drunk. If I live to see it, that is. I just don't know how they do these things. I just wish I... Bear in mind, I've only been playing for an hour and 22 minutes. That's it. We've had one set that got action in an hour and 22 minutes. And that was... if you want to call it action. We got the worst possible run out you could get. It's fucking crazy, man. We raise here. We fold. We're here with aces. We'll start with a bet. We get the 4 straight. We check. Have to fold. Have to. I mean, the guy has a straight with 4-5 suited. Oh man, how is this a thing? Oh man, just it's just another one of these spots. Yeah, you're trying to give it away and you can't take it. It's amazing. And if I could make money anywhere else, I would. Oh, I just wish there was somewhere to go. Oh, there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. Yeah, we can. Or about this sometimes. And I've never seen anyone run this way, this consistently for this long before. Honestly, it's like Groundhog Day. Every session, it's Groundhog Day. It's the best we can do. Let's get ace king in pre-flop. Best we can do. We're gonna fold against Bandit Country, not fold against this guy. We get folds this time. Alright, I guess that's good for us. Call with 10s on the button on a 95 roll against an unknown player. Ace high board. Call one with the 10 of spades. Small size. 8 of spades turn. I think we have to check this. I don't know what else you would do besides check. So, okay. Problem with this is, like, is he going to turn pairs into a bluff? Probably not. I'll have, I don't know what I'll have to call with. Does it even matter? Do I have to call with this, or should I? I don't have to do anything. Should I call with this? That's the question. What bluffs could he have? I mean, he's probably not doing this with the Jack of Spades. He might not even be doing this with the Queen of Spades. It's probably the King of Spades somehow. And if it's Ace King with the King of Spades, he probably bets turn sometimes. If it's King Queen with the King of Spades, he probably bets turn sometimes. So, yeah. Queens. He did do it with Queen. Alright. Alright. No bluffs. Probably just fold. Probably just fold. He's dealt another underpair versus overpair. How many times can that happen? One way and not the other way. In the run of a month or however long this has been. I guess it can happen a long time. A few 100,000 hands at least. Maybe more. Look at this board. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Club on the turn. We'll bet again. I didn't want to get into this mode tonight, but man, it's tough. It's difficult. We're almost done this chest. I'll finish this chest and then we'll call it a session, I guess. I'm just trying to count like how many Ace King versus aces. Ace King versus kings, I think we had. We had kings versus aces. We had Ace King against queens. We had Ace King against jacks. We had queens against kings. That's 6 all-ins there. We've seen a straight with 4-5 suited in a 3-bet pot. We've seen a set in a min 3-bet pot. We've seen pocket eights get the worst possible runoff we could get with our set. You just can't really compete with that, I don't think. Look at this board. Look at these boards. What is this? What is this? This is what we get. We get this. That's what we get. We did make a full house against the short stack once with King Queen. I think he had 38 blinds or something to start the hand. That was, I guess, lucky. I honestly don't see how this could go worse than what it's been going for me. I really don't see how you could align the stars to make it worse. I don't think you can. This would make it a lot better. Naturally, we get the check. We get the check. Did we raise this turn? I'm gonna raise. He's just gonna have an ace a lot. He's gonna have an ace a lot on turn, and we don't need to do any sort of fancy balance type stuff. We get the fold. I don't remember the last time we showed down a set and won. Can't remember. When I'm bluffing river, though, I've been called in that spot by tons of stuff. Just everything goes wrong. It's alright. At least we flop the set in the 3-bet pot, I suppose. Oh dear. Why do you get 3-bet with ace king so much? Why does that happen? I'm gonna call against this guy, even though he does 3-bet a bit. Actually, no. He's 3-betting enough. Big enough sample, I think, to warrant this. Once we 4-bet ace king, we can't fold it, unfortunately. So there's that. We get 3-bet with aces. Do we 4-bet? Do we call? I'm gonna 4-bet. We get the fold. It's very easy to get ace king all in. Very easy. Get ace king all in multiple times a day. Can even get kings in. Can't get aces in. Try it again. We'll probably get this one in though. That's generally how this works. We'll just lose this one somehow. That's also how this works. Oh. Alright. We're gonna get raised on this board? Nope, we don't get raised. 10 pairs. He doesn't have loads of 10x, or he shouldn't. I shouldn't say that. I'm gonna check turn though with ace of clubs. We'll check and try to not run into a 10. That river. Try not to run into pocket 8s either. Very lucky there, I think, to win that pot. It feels lucky to win that one. Do we get overbet turn here as well? Or is that just I'm gonna do it, whether we get to or not. Call it off. It's ace eights. Okay. Pretty bad, I think. To jam that. Look at this turn. Look at that river. And we just get to shove this river, I believe. Once it pairs, it's going to be our only size. We do lose to 6-7. No, we don't. We don't lose to anything. Never mind. Straight flush is not there. Can he fold a flush? He didn't have a flush. He had, I don't know what he had. So that was a bit of a cool, well, I guess it's cooler. Ace King versus Ace 8 is a cooler, but man, would you ever play it that way? Overbet flop, overbet turn, jam, Ace 8 there? I mean, you got a bluff catcher. I have a value hand, you're mostly bluff catching. Should have put a dent in our chest. 37. Yeah, nice. We still got $1.30 to go. Oh dear. All right. Well, we won a couple hands at the end. That was nice. See how much we're down on the day now. Do like that woman does. Check her results every last 13 hours, we'll say. There. And we'll take that away. We're actually winning at 25 today, which is a fucking shock. Losing at 16. We're up $26 on the day. Yeah, running like AIDS and still winning. So we're getting our 1 BB. That's all we want anyway. That's all we're after. Not that it matters. We'll get our chest here in a minute as well. Ace 3 suited. Let's call this time a bit deeper. Non-standard call though. Not making it too often. It's going to be quite rare. We make two pair. We lose to jacks. Ace 5, ace jack. And I think we're kind of polarized when we bet here. So I think we go big. I think at least something like this. Maybe not at least, but I think we go big. We get the fold. All right. We got called down here by something. What was that? Pocket jacks playing the board. Playing the board call. That's always nice. Running poorly and still able to win. Actually, we're not running that bad, I guess. I don't know. I know. Oh, I know why. Because when you run kings into aces, for example, that's not really much of an EV loss. And you run ace king into aces, that's not really much of an EV loss. That's why. That's a pretty shitty river, I have to say. Don't like that river. You got pocket sevens? Oh, don't tell me pocket sevens. Pocket fives. We're going to call here with ace jack. All day, every day. Fold. Here. Fold, rather. I've clicked on the wrong table. Nines, we're going to try and show down here. Run into tens. That happens, I guess. Our chest is complete. We're going to sit the fuck out and get out of here now. Call it quits. What did we get for hours there? Hour and 45 minutes. So 1.7, 1 3/4, so hours. Oh, look at that, 75, 75. Very nice. All right, I'm out of here.